I guess that's fine. Okay. All right. We are here with this is Mike, and I'm here with Brad Mabry. This is not Brad. This is Brad. This is not Brad. Let's see if we can find another picture of Brad here. All right. Mostly there are obviously a number of baby pictures here.
I get
But
tagged a
anyways,
lot.
yeah. So anyways, but here's the baby. Here's the baby. Here's the Brad. And Brad is kind of an interesting story. Uh, Brad's a member of Project X, and one of the things that happened, it was just kind of a strange thing. Brad's the only person who I called up last year before we did OMG Live Nashville, and I just told him I really wanted him to come, and I can't exactly explain why that happened. It's not that I didn't want other people to come. I just, it's kind of a close drive. Brad lives in North Carolina, and I was just like, man, I just really wanted Brad to come. Brad, are you glad you went to OMG Live Nashville?
Of course, yeah. I learned a lot, and actually it led to what we're going to talk about tonight. So
That's
it
what I was
really
saying. Yeah.
threaded the seed.
Yeah. So one of the things that Jimmy Kelly touched upon, and we're going to get much more into this at OMG Live Nashville 2014, is money getting with Amazon. And now here's the thing is, when it comes to Amazon, this is something that Brad's had a lot of success with. Brad he's a multiple streams of income guy. He's both making money with clients and with affiliate stuff, but and a little bit with his own products as well. Brad's got a great background with this. He's made as much as $20,000 in a single month doing this kind of thing. So he's got a lot of expertise, but using Amazon is such a hack with this, and it's very different than what the popular information right now that's getting kind of circulated on Amazon stuff, and there's a product out there and so forth. And the problem with this stuff is, outside of OMG, I can't exactly explain why this isn't the case, but outside of OMG, you just don't really get an advantage. But inside of OMG, inside of Project X, you get a big advantage. And we really want you to have an advantage. When it comes to most Amazon programs that are out there, especially the big program that's out there, what they're mostly trying to do is just make phony reviews for each other's stuff and rank in the Amazon engine. And yet the owners of the product know for a fact that you'll make between 5 and 10 times as much money if you just sell products on Amazon using the power of the real Google search engines. And it's actually very easy to rank. We're going to show you how to rank. We're going to show you examples of this stuff. We're going to show you step by step. This is going to be a very exciting module if you're interested in affiliate marketing, especially if you're interested in multiple streams of income. This is actually a terrific way, by the way, because you can show your Amazon results and you can show your e-commerce results to potential clients. It's very impressive for them to see you getting your Amazon products ranked, something that really sparks for them and that can really amplify your money getting. So this is going to be really, really cool for you. And you won't have to buy another course. This is really going to be exceptional for you. I want to start, Brad, by talking about why selling on Amazon is easier than using a normal domain. The answer is conversion.
Exactly. Yeah.
The website conversion, we're going to show an example in a second, so I'll just pull it up right now for iPhone Amplifier. If you click on this page, see, the funny thing is if people go to Amazon and search around, things aren't going to convert very well. People are just going to be kind of searching around, and they'll just kind of get whatever. They'll go to 50 different pages and finally pick one. Or pick
you know what happens, Mike, when they search for that in Google and click on this, they buy this one. When they search for it in Amazon, they could buy one of 100.
Of 100 or none. Weirdly enough, they can also just be kind of like a deer caught in the headlight and just think, oh, there's so many options. Screw it, I'll come back later, or I won't come back at all. So that's what happens.
Right now there's one option.
Yeah, right now there's just one option. And so this is why selling on Amazon is easier than using a normal domain. It's actually, it's funny because you're just going to let Amazon, this great looking Amazon page that just goes really well for you, then boom, it's right here for you. And we're going to get into this. So this is going to be an exciting lesson. What we're going to do, we're going to begin, Brad and I are going to discuss what's going on with this, how it works. We're going to give you a $500 per weekend prop example, and then we're going to walk you through what you need to get started. Then, when we're done with our discussion, Brad is going to take Camtasia, and he's going to record a series of step-by-step lessons for you, walking you through the details, the step-by-step approach to things. And this is going to be extraordinary. And I want to reinforce that it's so valuable to get training from somebody who's not a guru. Brad, you're not a guru. Is that true?
Not in the slightest. I don't have one info product out there. So.
Yeah, and you don't primarily make your money by kissing other gurus' butts or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, just yours, right?
Come on, man. No, and Brad and I are just friends. Yeah, he certainly doesn't. There's no, inside of OMG, we don't have any brown nosing going on, none of that stuff. So the thing is that we're going to discuss this. This is going to be exciting. This is going to open up your mind to what can be done, and this is going to be very, very actionable. And this is something that you're going to be able to do without starting with your own product. And that's one of the things I really like about this way of doing things, is that you don't have to start with your own product. Because I'll tell you what, no matter what any guru guy tells you, I've heard it said that you could buy this Amazon coaching program and start with a couple $100 with your own product. And Brad, what's the problem with that? If you buy a product for a couple $100, how much money can you possibly make?
Well, Amazon takes about 12%, so you've got to watch out for that. Typical retail margin is 30%, so that automatically cuts you down to 18%. So if you lose any money on shipping, you could really lose it. So you really need to look at margins ahead of time before you actually.
Yeah, even if you make 15%, if you start with $200 and then you make 15%, that means that you're making an extra $30. So then you have $230 to reinvest in the next round.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not exactly scaling up big. However, what we're going to show you does scale. Brad's made tens of thousands of dollars doing this. This is a really, really cool technique. So I'm very excited to get you inside of this. Now, one of the biggest things, never, ever, ever go into any internet money getting situation without a big advantage, without really an unfair advantage. And I can't stress enough, because if you're going into something and you don't have an unfair advantage, then you're just in with everybody else. It's the internet, everyone can see it, and you're just going to get buffeted around. It's going to be high work, high effort, low reward. So we're going to have a number of advantages that we're going to take you inside of during this discussion in the step-by-step. First of all, the biggest advantage, the number one advantage, is going to be SEO. We're going to use the same basic idea behind your domination lessons from your domination area, and we're going to move that over and use it on Amazon, because we're going to leverage domain authority, all right? And we are going to really, really kick butt with that. So we're going to get some great rankings, and we're going to get them very easily, even with Fiverr gigs, okay? The next thing, we want to know what keywords to go for. I'm going to give you some insight into what products that you can go for that are going to give you an advantage. I actually went out in the field today and did some personal research just for you, and Brad's going to give you some insight as well. And then another advantage, this is something that Brad's bringing to you, is how to source products that you don't have to buy. So you're acting like as an affiliate instead of having to buy your own product and commit your own cash to it. So you can have a supply of tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of product standing by if you could just sell it. And that then if you source that way, obviously it's going to give you a big advantage in scaling up. So we're going to really focus in on unfair advantages here. Brad's also going to give you some great ideas when it comes to listing your product, he's got a lot of experience with how to list your product correctly so it'll sell terrific, and so that's going to be really nice for you. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get into a $500 per week in profit example, something that Brad right up to just a few days ago was doing. Actually, he ran the supplier out of product. So
yeah, I sold too many of them.
Definitely a good kind of problem to have. And then we're going to get into what you need to get started, the steps to get started. So let's so just to review, we've already kind of explained this, but basically when people are searching for a product, let's say one of the things I did was I went to the mall right before this. Actually, this is where I was when Brad called me when our meeting was just getting started, and I was staying right in front of the Spencer's at the mall here in near Nashville in Franklin, Tennessee. And so that's a Spencer's, pretty cool place. And what I did was I went to Radio Shack for you, I went to Spencer's for you, and I went to GNC. And I just basically found an eager salesperson to tell me what's selling hot. And one of the funny things that's selling hot at Spencer's is this little contraption here, which is an iPhone amplifier. And basically what happens is without Bluetooth or anything else, you can take an iPhone or anything that plays music, like an iPhone, or what are they called? Something Touch?
iPad.
Yeah. But
iPod Touch, yeah.
Is it iPod Touch? That's what it's called,
yeah,
right?
iPod Touch.
Yeah, and you just sit it on top of this thing here, and it makes a lot more sound. I guess apparently the original idea with it, just kind of a little bit of trivia I found out at Spencer's, by the way, is that in the early days, apparently it was interesting to take an iPhone and put it in a glass, and that would amplify the sound of it, which I had never heard of. Had you heard of that, Brad?
Yeah, my wife actually told me about it, so that's how she listens to it in the shower, to be honest. So,
see, I didn't know that. That's
yeah,
really smart.
then I started seeing these amplifiers in the stores, and I was like, hey, that does the same thing. So,
yeah, exactly. So that's pretty neat. So this is an example of the kind of thing that we could sell. So what Brad and I did was we sat down, we did a lot of preparation for this, and one of the things I did was I pulled up iPhone amplifier, and here it is right here. Now, this is going to be really key. Anytime we can find, this is a Jimmy Kelly special lesson here. Anytime we can find something where Amazon is already ranked, especially if it's already ranked in the top 10, and especially if it's ranked number 1, this is going to be very easy for us to hijack. This is like SEO jacking. We're going to be able to hijack this ranking and literally rank very, very easily. We're going to take over this ranking spot, and we can do it either with Fiverr gigs, or we can do it using Magic or GSA, the GSA method that's inside of Project X. So this is going to be really, really cool for you, and this is just going to sell great. It's really terrific. So so the idea is why we're selling on Amazon is because it converts great. What happens is people go to Google, and I got to tell you, I was interviewing the main guru behind the big Amazon launch recently, and Brady told me he and his partner both had supplements. That's mostly what they sell, is supplements, and they were ranked number 1 and 2 for a particular supplement on Amazon. And the partner had SEO, the guy who I was interviewing didn't, and the partner with SEO was selling 4 times as much. Which at that point, it's almost like, why even bother ranking in Amazon? Exactly. Just take your focus. Because remember, like we have a certain amount of time in the day. Instead of running around begging people for phony for phony reviews, how about we just do more SEO and just control our own destiny instead of brown nosing to try to get reviews and asking our mom to review our product and stuff like that, which to me just doesn't sound very nice. And instead, how about getting 4 times as many sales just directly? And then also being able to leverage these rankings, because if you can go out and show somebody, hey, you want me to consult for you. One of the things I can do, for example, is rank Amazon pages. Let me show you. It's
exactly like ranking a YouTube video and using that as an example. Just another property you can rank easily and really show off what you can do.
Yeah, it's a great calling card when it comes to doing local client consulting. So Brad, let's get into the unfair advantages here. So the main idea here with SEO for Amazon, let me zoom in here a little bit, is anytime we can find a page where, all right, so first of all, the idea behind domain authority, this is a shift in Google that happened about halfway through last year. And what happened was Google used to do things based on something called PageRank, and they shifted over to something called domain authority, which basically is where they want to reward the bigger, more established websites like Amazon, like eBay, like Facebook, like Wikipedia. Exactly. They want to reward these pages, these websites, and so these websites have high domain authority. And the upshot of this is that we can send for now for websites. We only want to send PBN links and Web 2.0 links to them. Okay, we never want to send not never, but it's very specialized to want to spend like GSA links or Fiverr links to our website. Sometimes we do, but it's very, very specialized. Okay, it's not typically the practice we want to take. In 99 out of 100 cases, we can just use PBN links to rank, and that's going to be fantastic. However, much like you learned in your domination lesson, if you've already been through the blueprint, what we can do is with a website like Amazon.com that has a domain authority of 100, we can pump links like crazy to this sucker.
Just open it wide up.
Exactly, and just take that ranking. And what happens is when you build your own Amazon page, let's say this was Brad's Amazon page right here, then this is his Amazon page. This is a page that he owns. Then we're going to send links, and Brad will explain to you exactly how to do this. We're going to send links to this URL here, and it's going to basically rank very easily. It'll rank number 1 very easily. So it's very low effort, high reward. We can do it with a couple Fiverr gigs. This, to get into an example, we'll get more into this in a second, but this $500 per week in profit example, this was for a car part. And how many Fiverr gigs did it take for you to rank?
Just 2. I did 1 social bookmark, had it bouncing around. It was on the second page, then it bounced on the first, then it topped the second, So I just went back and bought a high PR blog comment gig on Fiverr, and that just jacked it straight up to 1.
So 2 Fiverr gigs is $10. Yep. So for just $10 a day, Brad was able to rank this website number 1 in Amazon. Just $10 per day. That's just $300 per month. No, I'm joking.
No,
it's
I
actually.
just ranked it.
I know. I was fooling with people. No, but it doesn't seem like it should be at least $10 a day.
It should be. Yeah. It seems almost unfair.
Yeah. So this is ludicrous. So basically, what you did to begin to get in this example, like let's say this was for a particular car part. Some of you are making $500 in profit for a week. Then you set up the site. The main thing was sourcing, and we'll get into detail on how to do sourcing and keyword research and so forth. But once you did that part, you set up the page, and then you fired 2 Fiverr gigs to it, and that's $2,000 a month. It's basically a full-time income.
Yep. Yeah, it can be.
Yeah. All right. Terrific. And then of course we'll get into what you need to get started. So that the idea is because and a Fiverr gig, if you don't know what that is, we'll just go to Fiverr.com. This is Fiverr.com. Brad, I'll give you some examples of some specific gigs that you can use.
If you just want to type in social bookmarking, Mike, I can show you the exact one.
Great.
That I used.
It's a little bit underground here. Always good to know which Fiverr gig.
Click on the high rating. He usually comes up pretty high.
Click on what?
See where it's recommended. It's highlighted. Right next to that, it's high rating. Spook SEO, right there, the very first one.
So Spook SEO. Okay, great.
Yep.
So this right here, so you use a social bookmark from Spook SEO. That's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom in right here so we can see it nice and good here. And then you also did high PR.
Blog commenting.
And
then that way you're getting kind of the social aspect of it through the social bookmarks, and then you follow it up. It's like a 1-2. You hit it with the just high PR, like PR7s, PR.
Do you know which one it was?
Go down. I can tell you when I see the picture.
I put in high PR blog commenting.
Yeah, I don't see it yet. Take out, or it should come up with just high PR. Try that, because I know that's what I started with and just picked the blog commenting gig. All right, go down. You'll see a picture of a woman. You won't be able to miss it.
This one here?
There it is. Yeah. The PR. That was it.
Did you pick her because of her washboard app?
Person.
Yeah. All right, great.
That added to it. But,
that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta get my woman a Google T-shirt like that. All right. So great. And for the ladies, you can get your man a Google T-shirt. So that's perfectly fine. Maybe we can get Brad to model it for you. Okay. So
I don't know. It's been a while since I hit the gym.
So here's the thing though. You click on this and it's $5. You tell them where to send the links to and the keywords, and that's it. And Brad will get into the details of how to do that. Really, really simple stuff. Very nice. So that's the SEO, and of course we can do even more if you want to use GSA. It can be even more powerful. You can rank for even harder things. Now, when it comes to keyword research, I'll tell you what I did today for you. I went to the mall, and first of all, keyword research has a lot to do with what market you're going to go into. I'll tell you this right now. There's a lot of money in supplements. That's one of the hidden secret things that the gurus don't want you to know, is that if you see big numbers from somebody, it's probably because they're in supplements, and they typically don't want you to know about it. And let's see. So the big ones are ketones. This is a big supplement recently. Okay, it'd be hard to actually rank for ketones or for raspberry ketones, but you can find long tail keywords from there, and that's gonna be very powerful. Ketones, and the other one was shoot.
Yeah, and the good thing about this is typically with a regular website, I would look at this and think WebMD, Wikipedia, and the others, and I can't match up with that with the regular site. But if you use Amazon, you've got the same advantage that they do, and then you can just pump it with links.
Yeah, I like that. I wonder. I'm trying to remember the name of this other one. Was top diet supplement. Hot diet supplements. I wonder if that was Cayenne. What's it called? Let's go to GNC. That's where I went. I went to GNC. See what they got on the front page here. This is at Cambodia. Boom, there it is. Just like I knew what I was talking about. All right. So one of the things you can do now, I'll tell you this: if you're going to do a supplement, you want to do it in America. You don't want to do a Chinese product that people are going to put on their body or in their body, anything like that. You definitely don't want to do that.
You want it to be tested.
Yeah, you actually had you actually bought some. I know one of the fad things is the idea of just run off and start buying products. In China, you actually had a nightmare story with that.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of, probably about 150 or so of a car part, and the flanges, probably 80% of them were warped, and it's not like you can return it. So I either have to pay about $45 for each one to get it reworked, or just throw it away. So it's just try and break even at that point.
Yeah.
So you don't want to.
Yeah, just kind of starting out that way can just be really difficult. Okay, so those are a couple things right there. Now I went to the Radio Shack, and this was kind of nifty. One of the things that's big now are these little they're little speakers with like Bluetooth speakers. Yeah, so speakers for iPhone, it can be one. There's also going to be Bluetooth speakers. These are really, really hot nowadays. Like this one here, the JBL Pulse. There's the Beatbox Pill, the Jambox by Jawbone. So these are good ones here. Oh, and hey, what's here?
There you go. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's even the best sellers. So you could get that on there, and it's not one specific product. So.
Yeah.
So you can, no one's targeting that page. So if you send links to something, it's
this is just primed to steal. Yeah, this is just primed to steal. This is just great
they're
stuff.
asking you to.
Yeah, they're just begging. So again, this is the kind of thing that you can get sourced in. We're going to get into one great place to go is Worldwide Brands. I actually know Chris Malta going back years and years and years as the owner of Worldwide Brands, and everything from Worldwide Brands can be drop shipped. So you can at least what you can do is start making money with it, and then if you decide to scale up, of course you can then have your own product made. That's fine, but why not have a bunch of profit first? Why not just have a bunch of profit first? Is my point. How about
test with someone else's money?
Yeah, test with somebody else's money. I like that. Okay, so that's one thing that they're selling a lot of. the iPhone protectors. Okay, this is going to be a big thing. These are cases that are protect iPhones, and they also have screens. But whoa, what's this here? Amazon again. Huh.
There you go.
Boom. This is a $93 product.
That's a projector. Yeah.
Ooh, pocket projector. Look at this. A pocket projector is ranking #1 for. Oh, I put iPhone projector. I thought it was putting iPhone protector. Protector.
You do find stuff like that though, Mike, where it has no relevance to it, but it's just ranking because it's Amazon and
but look at this right here.
In it.
You just see Amazon like right and left on this stuff, and I didn't plan any of this. I mean, I just got back from the mall, so right here, screen protector. Here you go. And what is this again? This is just a whole bunch of different ones, right? So this is again something that you can just steal right now, just set to steal. Screens, protectors. This might be something that might actually be worth buying. Now, they are in terms of stocking your own product. These are rubberized cases, so there's also going to be iPhone cases. Okay. OtterBox is the big one there. See if we're going to keep up our streak. Oh, we do.
Yeah, there you go.
We just squeak it under
Barely.
the deadline.
Yeah.
Look at this, though. Once again, this is just so wide open here.
Mm-hmm.
Just so wide open. All right, there's also accessories for iPads. So there can be iPad Air cases. Okay. Down for dollars here. Down for dollars. Oh, Amazon number 10. That's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Okay, great. So once again, you can just kind of see how this goes, right? Just see how this goes. So that's another one. And really what I'm doing in this case is I'm just going, and all I did was walk up to employees at these stores, the kind of the eagerest, beaverest employee there, and said, like, what are you selling a lot of? And then they would lead me to what they're selling a lot of. And that's how we wound up with this stuff. Now, another big thing is just being in a passion field. For Brad, that's cars. Whatever you're passionate about, you're certainly going to have a big advantage. So just kind of keep that in mind.
Yeah, with respect to that, you really know what sells. If you're on the forums already, like there are a million automotive forums for specific types of cars. You know what's selling, what hot product's going to be out. You want to get that and get it on Amazon. So if you've kind of got your thumb on the pulse of the niche, you really, like you said, have a big advantage.
Great. And then in terms of sourcing, we're going to show you how to use, Brad's going to show you how to use worldwide brands. And that's great because they're drop shippers. We really think it's a great idea to start with drop shipping. And Brad's actually going to show you how to actually approach them. Give you an actual approach letter that he uses that you can use to be successful. Now, Brad, let's go to this $500 per week example. Right. So here you are. Let's take things back. Like let's say 6 weeks ago, things are running hot. So at that point, you're ranked for, what was the name of the product? Or what did I search for?
It was for just do Camaro taillights. It was ranking for that.
Camaro taillights. Boom.
Yeah, and that gets about 200 searches a month.
Okay, great. And with just 200 searches a month, you can crush it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you can go the specific years. There are a bunch of searches you can add up to probably equal about 1,000.
Nice.
So.
Nice, good tip there. Okay, great. And now, one of the things you pointed out to me is that when you don't have it in stock anymore, it drops out of the rankings, but as soon as it goes back in stock, it'll reappear in the rankings.
Exactly. Yeah, they essentially take it off, but then once you put it back in stock, it's relisted, and all those links are still there that you had before, so it essentially just pops right back up.
Nice. Okay, great. Good to know about that. All right. So you're ranked for. You were ranked. What were you ranked for Camaro taillights? Were you number 1, number 2, number 3?
Number one, this is actually why I got into it because I had a website ranked for it, got killed with Penguin, I think 2.1,
Yep.
and so I really that was about the time in Nashville. So Jimmy Kelly really hit it home with domain authority. So the wheels started turning. I started thinking Amazon and just really took it from there.
Love it. Okay, great. So then, what did the page look like? Now we don't have any Amazon pages here.
Yeah.
Is there a page that you can point us to that might be a good example
Well, you can
of?
go to you can just go to Amazon if you want and type in Camaro taillights on there, and it basically,
And by the way,
um,
it's okay even if it doesn't, even if there isn't something there that says Amazon on the first page, you can still use this technique. It's just going to be
yeah,
easier.
I've had products I had ranking probably on the bottom or top of the second, close to the first within a few weeks that weren't ranking anywhere for an Amazon product
Great.
uh, using
Yeah,
GSA.
yeah.
So
How long does it typically take to rank?
I've been able to get it with lesser searches for um, in about 2 weeks on the second page, about 3-4 weeks for the first page, and then it just climbs from there.
Great.
Of course, if it with fiber gigs, it really depends on how hard you hit it and all that stuff. I took it pretty easy the first time, and because I wanted to see what it was doing, so I knew whatever I was doing, I would know what effect it had on it. So that's how I did that, but I did it a little slower.
All
So
right, great. So in general, you had a listing that looked a lot like this here,
hmm yeah, yeah,
and
and Amazon split tests um, their layout. So you've got an optimized. They've spent millions of dollars perfecting this layout. So basically, the biggest things you can change are you want to have your keyword in the title, of course, up here where it says Spider Auto Chevy Camaro Black Altezza. You can put that to whatever you want, essentially. So what I try and do is follow Greg's example and do a real long term where I'm getting like 5, 10, keyword phrases in the same title, how he did with KLKS.
yep.
You can optimize it that way. You've got these bullet points, and that's really what people look at. I think I never look at the. Did you know there's an actual description lower in the page?
Yeah, I did.
It's way down there. Yeah. Yeah. See
Where's
if they
oh
even
down here? Oh
have
my
one.
gosh, yeah, right here.
Yeah. See product description. That's where I throw my HTML in. You can really optimize it like have pretty much a 500 word article if you want, kind of like YouTube. No one looks at the description, but it's there for
Yeah.
SEO purposes.
Oh,
So no one looks
nice.
at that. So you want to put your selling features in the actual bullet points at the top because that's what the only thing people are going to look at. Like if it has a sequential feature, you want to put it in the bullet points. If it made in USA, you want to put it in the bullet points. But you want to work your keywords into the product description as well, just for thinking down the road for Google purposes.
Awesome. Awesome.
And all these you just put in. It's just different forms when you list a product, so it's all
And
pre-laid out.
you'll show us how to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, great. So now, what does the customer service look like in this? Do people like ask you questions?
Well, I've worked with Amazon and eBay, and Amazon customers seem to be a lot easier to work with than eBay. I have the occasional eBay seems like you need to sell them more. They'll ask about 20 questions and then not leave you alone, then never buy. Amazon, pretty much, from my experience, the orders come in, you ship them, and everything's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, of course, if they have a question, you get the occasional question, but not really too often.
Nice. All right,
Just,
great.
and I think that is because of the trust of Amazon for the most
Okay,
part.
so in this case, in this particular case, you actually had a deal that you set up with a vendor, and so
hmm
how did it work? Like the vendor got set up to be notified when like did you notify them personally when something
Yeah, I
sold?
just email him over. Or yeah, and he was fairly local, so I could go pick him up if I needed to. But if I needed him to drop ship him, I just send him the name and address of the customer. He would send me back the tracking number, and I just load it into Amazon. And you just um, click it as shipped, enter in how you shipped it, typically UPS, and then tracking number, and hit send, and you're done.
And if you're drop shipping something, then can it be all relatively automated?
Yeah, Amazon has, if you want to ship it to them, of course you can do that with drop shippers. You can actually do fulfilled by Amazon, and that's completely hands off. All you have to do is reorder when your stock gets low for Amazon. That's more of a capital drain up front. So if you
Yeah.
want to work with drop shipping in the forefront of things, then you can go that route. Then once you have a proof of concept, that's when I would send it over and have it completely automated.
Okay, so let's say that you're using like a pure drop shipper, somebody who
Hmm.
is located in Seattle, Washington, and they
Yeah,
were supplying your tail lights. Then
yeah.
you get the order from Amazon. You basically
Hmm.
send the order over to them, pay
Yep,
them, and then they ship it out.
exactly. Yeah, and that's where you want to really be careful of who your suppliers are too, because you want to have someone that's going to ship it out when they say they're going to ship it out. So you just need to be careful with that.
All right, great. And Worldwide Brands helps with that.
Yeah, yeah. They have to go through a process with worldwide brands, so they're usually pretty good. And you can tell through their responsiveness time, if they're going to be decent or not. Like if you email them and they don't email you for a few days, I really typically move on from there because they're going to do the same thing when you throw an order at them.
Great, great, good to know. All right. So what do you need to get started with this?
Well, you need an Amazon seller account typically, or at least I did with the automotive niche. Some of the categories you don't need that. You can just list it one at a time. That's basically a personal account. But for a lot of them, you need a seller account, which is just $30 a month. You need that. You need a decent supplier. If you want to go worldwide brands, of course, there's free ways to do that. If you want to just do a Google search of product name plus manufacturer or something like that, you can go that route. Um,
And then
and
Worldwide
then
Brands
just
has a fee to use them. How much is Worldwide Brands?
It's just a one-time fee of 300 up front, but typically you can find a coupon code. But that's just you pay that and you never pay anything again. So it's not a monthly fee. That's why I went ahead and did it
Yeah,
because other dropship companies charge you by the month, and then if you don't use it at all that month, you kind of wasted that money.
sure.
So
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why I went that route.
All right, great. And then with Fiverr, you don't you just basically need $5 for
Exactly.
or
Yeah,
$10
five
for
at a
links.
time. Yeah,
And
you can.
you're going to explain how also UPC codes work, which is something that you have to have, and how to get them very,
Mhm.
very cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can get that through a website. I have it saved somewhere. But basically, Amazon requires a UPC code, and that's what really hung me up at the beginning. And that's basically, you look at a barcode, see that number at the bottom of it, that's the UPC code. If you're in Europe, it's an EAN number, same thing, same idea. But you need that for Amazon or they won't let you list it without going through about 50 hoops, and you don't want to do that because it's a waste of time. So what you do is you go buy expired numbers, and then you just plug it in, and Amazon automatically attaches it to whatever product they're
Now, if you
listing.
don't buy an expired number, it's like $100 to register a new UPC, right?
Exactly, yeah, 80 to $100 somewhere in there. So
And with an expired, how much is it?
I bought 15 or I bought 10 for $15, so a buck 50. If you buy more than that, you can get a better price. If you just want to buy one, I think it's probably $6.
Okay, great, great. So you can get started with this whole operation very cheap,
Hmm.
and you can really get in the game. I mean, it's kind of fun, right? You're just in the game.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be really exciting. Well, I'm so thrilled to be bringing people this. This is such an easy to get started thing. You're leveraging your SEO skills. You're doing it cheap and easy, and this is something that you can. And you leverage this for your day job killer. Your
Hmm.
clients know that you do this.
Exactly. Yeah. I actually had one guy I put in a quote for, and he thought it was a little high. He didn't really see the benefit of it. So I said, "How about I cut it in half? You've got all these products. Make me a vendor. I'll start listing the products through my Amazon account, and you just give me vendor price." So I just set him up as a drop shipper pretty much, and I'm essentially working on commission based, and then getting money from him anyway. So that's how I really got to test quite a bit with what works, what doesn't work, just listing those products.
I love it. I love it. Brad, I'm really excited about this module. I'm really excited to see you roll out the step-by-step training. There's going to be a lot in here you're going to explain on finding products. You're going to explain signing up for an Amazon seller account, including the whole UPC code, keeping your product in mind, the application process, and so forth. You're going to show how to list a product, how to do a detailed Project X style title, how to do a detailed description with HTML. Don't be afraid; it's easy enough. Again, the UPC code. Good.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say Mike Hayden or someone like that, someone else like that that's really into the web design in the group is going to cringe when they see what kind of HTML I have to use, because I tried to use non-deprecated the first time and you could see all of it. So I had to use B tags for bold and all that stuff. That's the only stuff that works, but it works. So that's what I had to do.
Love it.
So when he sees it, don't get mad.
Yeah. All right, Mike Hayden, take it easy. And then you're also going to show optimized pictures, and then finally, of course, ranking the product in Google using Fiverr, using GSA or Magic Submitter, or just so you guys know, you want to go after that mega stuff, that mega hard stuff. Throw in your PBNs, and again, you got that unfair advantage. Brad, I'm really looking forward to this. Thank you so much for this discussion. Can't wait to see the step-by-step training.
Yeah, I can't wait to do it, Mike. What is up, everyone, from OMG? Brad here again, and in this video I'm going to just be going over quickly how to sign up for a seller account and basically what to expect when you do so. So all you have to do to get started is go to this link right here, amazon.com/gp/seller-account/mm-product-page.html, and you'll be brought to this page right here. And here you're presented with two options. You've got a monthly account or a professional account that has a monthly fee. That's $39.99 a month, which if you have the margins like we talked about in one of the previous videos, then that $39.99 a month won't be any trouble to recover in the first maybe half a sale or something. If you just want to sell a few items starting off, I would suggest this one right here, the individual plan, and that is $99 a month plus Amazon's other selling fees, which is around 12%, which is right in line with eBay, and you're going to have the selling fees with the professional account as well. Now, one word of caution: when selling as an individual, then you might not be able to sign up for it with, depending on your category. When I went to sign up for it the first time, the category I wanted to enter, they didn't allow that, so I had to go ahead and sign up for a professional account anyway. So, which wasn't a big deal because it was, like I said, I was making 100 plus a sale anyway, clearing that. So, I mean, 40 a month. If you sell one item, I made my money back a few times, So, those are the two options. Once you click on that, you just enter all your information. Amazon will email you. Finish up the process within, a week or less. You're going to be assigned a seller's agent, especially if you go with this professional plan. But after that, you just go through, and you'll be assigned, like I said, the seller agent. And what they're going to do as well, if you sign up for this professional plan, they're going to try and tell you that you need at least 40 products. And that was a big roadblock for me at first because I didn't have 40 products that, I had to stick with their guidelines on picture quality and all that stuff for at least the first few items. They had to approve those. So they require that it be a white background and all that stuff. And if you need that, just go to Fiverr and get that done. Real cheap on there. You can get probably 5 of them, the backgrounds removed, if your supplier doesn't offer that. But I didn't want to go through all that for 40 different products, putting 40 different listings together right off the bat. So what I did was I contacted my seller's agent, and I just said, hey, I want to sell. I'm going to eventually get to that. I just want to work my way up. Would that be okay? And he said, sure, I'm going to go ahead and do your first few products which I did, and he approved it right away. So basically, they're working on commission. So if you just quit and drop out of the program, then they don't get their commission, they don't get paid, so they're going to approve you. Selling as an individual, I don't think you have to worry about any of that. Just make sure that you follow the guidelines on the first few so you don't get in trouble with Amazon. After that, they don't really regulate it. um, and one other thing that I want to say is have a product in mind in case you're asked by your seller's agent, especially if you need to go around that first 40. Excuse me. If you have a product in mind, have everything ready, then you're going to look a lot more professional. You're going to get through the whole sign-up process a lot quicker. You're going to be able to list everything a lot sooner. And no time's going to be wasted by you doing it and then not getting approved, because you're going to get approved. I've never heard of anyone not getting approved unless you just, do something crazy, which I can't imagine what you would do. But that would be the signing up process. Talk to your seller's agent. That's one of the most important parts, is have a good relationship with them, because they're going to give you advice if you need it. If you have trouble listing an item, you can ask them about it. They'll answer it in a day. It's a lot better than the Amazon help page. I always suggest going with the agent for any questions. So that's about it on signing up. It's pretty straightforward. Just enter all your information, get the email, get approved, and start selling. So in the next video, I'll be talking about the actual listing, and we'll go from there. Have a good one. Hey everybody, Brad here, and before we actually dive into my process of finding physical products to sell on Amazon, I wanted to quickly go over a few things about what you want to actually look for in a supplier and a product. Now, as far as products, two main things I look at. It's margins, which is how much you make each time you have a sale, and then search volume, how much actual volume can you send to the Amazon listing by ranking it in Google, or you can get a pretty good idea. Now, as far as margins, how much you make on each sale, here's what I do with every product I'm thinking about selling. Now, you have your initial sale. So let's say you sell an item for $200, and then you've got your cost of goods sold here, and that's actually how much you pay your supplier each time you sell something. So it's what they get. Let's say that's $100, and then you've got your Amazon fee, and here's how I set that up. You want to hit equals 200, or you want it equals times your sales. So it's sales times 12%, which is 0.12, and that's typically the amount that Amazon takes. And you want to actually make this a negative, so you want to hit multiply by a negative times -1, and you want to do that here too, just negative, because this is going to be a cash outflow. So you've got these, and then you add up this column. Pretty simple. So it's equal sum these. So if you sell a product for $200, your cost of goods sold is $100. Your Amazon fee will be about $24, and what you want to do is try and break even on shipping, charge them what you get charged, and then your net income would be $76. And this is important. So say you have a product on there, you sell it, you say, oh, I just made $76. So as far as search volume, you just go to the keyword planner and you find out how much search volume there is. So if you have, a product that you think you could drive 8,100 visitors to it a month, or a search volume of 8,100, you're going to more than likely sell more stuff. If you keep high margins, which is what I typically like to do, you're going to make quite a bit of money. So I say margins plus search volume equals money. So that's pretty much what I look at as far as products. Of course, you want to start somewhere that you're familiar with. Like if you like the automotive niche like I do, you can start there. If you like supplements, you can start there. You know, lifting equipment if you're into health and fitness, anything like that. So you really want to look for margins plus search volume to make money. So as far as suppliers, what I found is you want to make sure they are responsive to you. So that's how fast do they answer their emails and calls. If you call them every day, can't get the right person. If you email them every day, can't get the right person, don't want to respond, just cut your losses, move on as soon as possible. So that way you don't waste time and you can move on to the next possible supplier. There's plenty of people out there selling stuff, so just move on, cut your losses. Now, one other thing I want to mention is map pricing. Now, map pricing is essentially, do they restrict how much someone can drop the price? So, say that the suggested retail is 200, and let's back to this example. Suggested retail is 200, cost of goods sold 100. Now, do they restrict people from maybe that only want to make $10 on that? If they don't, then I would probably move on, because you're kind of have people out there that don't care about margins at all, just want to undercut everyone, and they take the possible net income down as low as they can, and you're really not going to be able to compete with that if it's the same product, typically. Now, if they don't offer that, you can give it a try, and if it's not working out, like I've had some suppliers before that say they offer a 50% margin, but then I go on Amazon and they're only selling for $10 more than what I can buy it for, so I would be losing money on that. So just cut your losses and move on. And then after you're all signed up and everything, are they still responsive? Do they ship out the orders when they say they're going to? If they don't, just take the listing off Amazon, because it's not worth the headache of dealing with angry customers and all that stuff. So just like I said, do your due diligence before you sign up, these two, and then afterwards make sure that they keep stuff in stock, because if they don't have it, you can't sell it and you can't make money. So just move on to someone that does keep it in stock and go from there. So in the next video, I think I'm going to go over actually how I start to dig and find suppliers using worldwide brands and other methods. So I'll see you soon. Hey Project Xers, it's Brad here again, and in this video I'm going to show you a completely free method for finding suppliers and vendors for the stuff you're going to sell on Amazon. So let's jump right into it. The two methods we're going to go over today are Google product plus manufacturer, and see what comes up, if you can find any manufacturers for the product that you want to sell. So the next method will be to go to eBay and search for undervalued products. Now what I mean by that is a lot of people just import stuff straight from China, take all the risk, pay all the shipping fees, and they want to make the price as low as possible, even though they could be getting a lot more. Now I've made a bunch of money with just this right here. This method right here has made probably more money than any other method I've done. And I'm gonna go into an example. Now with this one, you do need to know a little bit about the product or the niche you're going into. Mine's always been automotive typically, and I really know what they can sell for. And if you know someone's undervaluing something on eBay, then go ahead and reap the benefits from it. You can order them one at a time all day long, and they'll just you just tell them where you want it to ship, or you order it and put in a different shipping address, and they'll ship it right there. So let's jump over to Google first. One example I wanted to use is a niche I've been thinking about getting into but not sure. It's Bitcoin mining. And if you don't know what a Bitcoin is, it's an electronic currency. And they have these miners, which are essentially just computers that go out there and discover these Bitcoins just systematically, kind of solving math problems all day. So you just set it and forget it, and the Bitcoin, the value goes up and down just like gold. But I think this could be a big market for anyone that wants to get into it, Bitcoin miners, because it's kind of like a gold rush right now, and unearthing these Bitcoins. So I was looking into that probably last week. So what I did was I just typed in up here, as you can see, Bitcoin miner manufacturers, and this will work for anything that you think would sell. And you know a little bit about. I looked into Bitcoins some, but not much. I know what they are, but here, I believe this is an article highlighting a number of different ones, and this is, I think, an affiliate site. Where did it go? I guess this is a manufacturer. Yeah, these are manufacturers. So what I would do here is I would go over, see if they have a contact, home, shop, support, blog, update, about. Let's see, subscribe. Yep, contact us at the bottom. What I would do if I were looking to become a Bitcoin seller, Bitcoin miner seller, so go over here. Just go to the contact form. I usually like to find an email if they don't offer it. I don't see one over here. I would just say, something like hello. I am currently building a website. We'll say an e-commerce website. To Bitcoin mining. And we would love to feature your product or carry your product line. Please contact me at your earliest convenience. At, and then your phone number, and then you can put your email in here, all that stuff. I might put a script together and send that over to Mike and see if he can post that. Something a little more thought out. This is just on the fly, but something like that. Just tell them you're a online marketing expert. You want to sell their product, and you'd be honored to carry their stuff. So that's basically all there is. And what I would do is not just focus on one. I would go to probably 10 or more of these guys. You've got Alibaba, but those come straight from overseas, so you'd have to be careful, especially when you're dropping this kind of money for Bitcoin mining equipment, because it can be $3,000, $4,000, maybe even $7,000. You don't really want to buy that from China, then eat that cost. So this strategy is best for that type of thing, for higher end stuff. If you want to go with some cheaper stuff, then you might go Alibaba, just because you're not going to be out as much if it doesn't work out. Now, the second one, as I said, is eBay. searching for undervalued items, and come over to eBay. And since I know the automotive niche, I'm going to stick with that. Let's see. We will go with a 350Z cold air intake. Excuse me. And right here is a perfect example. Right here, this one. This, you could tell already that it's way under optimized. They took a picture, on a carpet. A lot of the people that do this take a picture of it still on a pallet or some crappy looking picture, like this performance auto parts. This looks like crap. You can make that look a lot better. Like these guys took their time right there. They probably charge more. Let me pan out a little so we can see the prices. Yeah, see this 50 bucks. See what more name brand one's selling for. Yeah, 234. So you buy it for 50. You might not be able to sell it for 234, but definitely you could sell it for 149 all day. And you're making 100 bucks. So you just take some better pictures. See, this is obviously straight from China. But the filter looks good. You take some better pictures of it. It's no different than an engine intake, and you don't have to worry about quality issues with a cold air intake. It's not going to blow the car up or anything like that. So you just rebrand it on Amazon and go to town. Hang on, let me go back and we can see what it's selling for. Copy this. Go over to Amazon. I was researching the guns we saw last night. Yeah, 201, 294. Got one for 192. You're still clearing a buttload of money off each of these. And here's one for 57, but again, it looks crappy. Look at this one compared to this one. Take a better picture, or have it rendered. 15 bucks on Fiverr or something. Yeah. See, you just make it look like this one. Sell it for 200 bucks, 199. Guys will. It's all about perception. Guys will pay more if they think it's worth more, if they think it's a better product. And it's, to be honest, the one for 50 bucks on eBay isn't any worse than the one for 200 bucks on, Amazon, or the ones on eBay. So that's what I'm talking about with rebranding. You can make a lot of money with this. Just sit there all day long. If you know an industry and you find something that's undervalued because it's straight from China, these people don't think they can make any more, so they don't. So that's two easy methods to find suppliers and products for free, completely free. You don't have to buy a Worldwide Brands account. Now, I do like Worldwide Brands when I don't know anything about it and I'm just trying to brainstorm. But if you know something about it, like I know the auto industry, if you know something about the industry, then you can just go to town, finding products all day, undervalued on eBay, do the Google product plus manufacturer, and you can have a line of products within a week, have them up on Amazon. You do this with supplements. I've actually done it before with supplements. Found someone on eBay, said, hey, do you offer a vendor program? They didn't. I said, would you be willing to? They were. And I set up a site and sold them. I haven't listed on Amazon yet, but that is on the to-do list. But you can do it in pretty much any niche. These guys don't know how to market like we do. They don't know how to rank in Google. They don't know how to list it on Amazon. And you do, so you can make a lot of money with it. And, just using the knowledge you have in NHP. So that's it. And next, I think we're going to get into actually signing up for an Amazon account, listing the product, and then after that, ranking it. So I'll talk to you soon. What is up, Project X? Now that I've showed you a few criteria that I look at when looking for suppliers and products to sell on Amazon, I wanted to take you over and really dig through Worldwide Brands and show you how I go about finding products that I can sell. And I've just logged in. This is the screen you're taken to when you log in, Worldwide Brands. And they are pretty much a database of dropship wholesalers. Dropship meaning that you don't pay for the product until you sell it, and they ship it directly from their factory to your customer. So you never actually touch the product, and that's perfect for getting started. I actually do probably a huge percentage of my business through drop shipping, and very little through actually stocking items. So when you're first brought into Worldwide Brands, you see this screen. It's just a general screen. You've got some newer or featured products over here. You got back pain pillows if you wanted to try to sell that. Picnic baskets. Let's see what else is on here. I'm looking for stuff that could be higher margin. These wholesale survival kits, and it gives you all their contact info, and you can go in and say they require a $200 minimum order. That's unusual for Worldwide Brands. Usually they're drop shipping and no minimum requirement, unless one of their products costs $200. Then you could go for it. But let's see what else. If there's anything here. There's acne stuff if you're into that niche. I know a lot of people are. It's pretty competitive. Let's see what this is. Not sure what they have. A bunch of home stuff maybe. Yeah, see here's MAP pricing again, which is important, like I said. They require another first move. A lot of times they put this on here and don't really apply to it. Let's see, modern gifts for men. And you've got these oddball iPhone and iPad accessories for men, wood. So you might go with that. Let's see. So after you're done with the first page, usually they just have a few interesting things up here. You can click up here at the top left, right under the logo up here. Search wholesalers. I've got that brought up. You'll zoom in here because it's hard to see. And you can search through any category, but you've got to choose something. So if you wanted to go to, let's say, they have a health. Yeah, they do. Supplements. You've got 125 different options for supplements, and this takes you to like a subcategory page. And you've got, acid reflux supplements, ADD supplements, if you want to target any of those. And really, if you want to find someone, someone that has acid reflux real bad, they're looking for that. If they type in acid reflux supplements, you rank that for Amazon, and they're going to buy it. ADD supplements, ADHD, all natural supplements, that's kind of more general. Allergy, dietary, animal supplements, everything. Actually have a customer that does make animal supplements, so he might be interested in contacting this company. But let's see, go up to the top, acid reflux. You got native remedies. I think I've worked with them in the past. Click through here. They've got kind of a preview of what they have, just a general. It's going to be the same for everything. And right here, this is an important point, must have an already established website before a supplier will work with you. I've had that before, and you can either talk them out of it or just throw up a website. I mean, we have the ability in OMG. Just throw up a website, say coming soon, naturalwebsite.com or naturalsupplements.yourcurrentwebsite.com. Anything like that will work just to get you on there and have a web presence. That's typically all they're looking for, just a checkbox. So that is how you do the search in the primary dashboard. And I typically don't do that just because you already have to have something in mind, and I like to dig a little bit. Now, if you have a niche that you're already into, like you can, type in, boats, or see, canoes. See if that comes up, if I can spell it. Let's just see what comes up. Yeah, candles. That'll do. Candles in, we'll do no category selected. Yeah, 235 suppliers for candles. That's typically not the high margin stuff that I go after, but if you know candles, you can sell a crap ton of candles, then go for it. Emergency candles, that might be a niche, survival, that's the same company from the front page. Yeah, survival's big right now. I know a lot of people making money off survival stuff. They don't work with Amazon sellers, so I'd skip over them right here. Sometimes they'll let you pass if you want to try. Sometimes they won't. So let's get back to the dashboard, and you get the point of just the search, but you already have to have something in mind. Now, if you just want to search broad and go through each category, you can go over here to zoom in a little more. Go over here where it says view all, and you can go to suppliers. And it's going to give you all of the suppliers and worldwide brands. And instead of searching for a specific product, I like to just say, if you want to get into antiques, just go to antiques, click search. Nothing's coming up in that category. Let's go to baby and maternity. There's got to be something there. Yep. She's got sandwich stuff. If you wanted to take a look at their site, see what they offer, you could do that. You get a pretty good idea of what the initial pictures that they post on there. And remember to look over here for works with eBay and Amazon, because it just makes it easier down the road. You want to get your hopes up for something that's not going to work. So I mean, you've got, potty training. I'm sure that would be big. Any of these, you can just go through here and brainstorm. I found industries that I have no idea anything about them, and I've made, thousands off of it easily. You just throw up a website, or throw up a Amazon page, you look like you know what you're talking about, and do a little research, put a good listing together, and you'll be good. We just click on that. Yep. I'll go back. Yeah. So you've got, baby plates. There's strollers. You could probably, if you found some long tail keywords for strollers, you could probably find some good terms there. Let's go to a different one here. Let's see. Cell phones and accessories. That's pretty oversaturated. I typically don't go for that, just because it's lower margin stuff. But see what's here. Yeah, you've got just general cell phone cases. If you want to, like Mike and I talked about, those iPhone amplifiers, you could probably find a good supplier in here, drop ship, you never have to touch it, rank for some pretty good terms, and just sit and forget it. Yeah, see, wooden iPhone cases, those are pretty cool. Actually just got a new iPhone, so I need one before I drop it. Let us see. I wonder if they have Greg's famous e-cigarette. Yep, e-cigarette. There you go. Greg Morrison, Mike Long. If you want to hit this up, throw some Amazon listings up here. Just go to karmaclassic.com. Works with Amazon. Greg can make a killing with this market. So there's that if you're into that. So you can run the search through here. I'll delete that again, go to a different one. Let us see. DVDs and movies. Search for that. You've got all these. Just go to each one. See what they've got. You can check out their website. Click this and I'll bring it up. And that's basically how I do it. Let's see. One other thing I wanted to point out too, before I get into actually analyzing some of these, is, let's go to products. I think it's products. Yep. last 30 days added. These are going to be the newest people added to worldwide brand. The people that have only been added in the last month. See, light bulk, we don't want that. Tea, it's probably the same people as coffee. Yeah, light bulk again. We'll find a different product. Tea, duffel bags. There you go. Yeah, you could probably find a search term, military duffel bags or military issued duffel bags here, and start selling them. Let's see what comes up. See what kind of products they have. Doesn't work with Amazon. What I would do here is I would just set up a website, and as long as the orders are coming in, you could still sell on Amazon. Just don't mention it. That might be a back end way to do it, but if you really want to sell something, that's what I would go ahead and do. You see, you've got, ballistic type stuff. If you're into that, just be careful. I want to tell everyone to be careful selling just random stuff. There is an issue with liability. You probably would be held liable if someone hurts themselves with the product you sell them. So just always keep that in the back of your mind when you're selling. Now, I don't want to scroll all the way down because it'll release all my personal info, but all you do is scroll down to the bottom of here. They've got a form you fill out. You click send after you fill it all out, and your information is automatically sent to the company that you applied to, and they'll get back with you usually within a few days. If they don't, like I said, contact them. If you can't get an answer after that, just drop them. Move on. And that is all of the ways that I really dig through worldwide brands. Now let me show you how I actually look at a site here. I found these guys earlier. First thing I do is I click on the link worldwide brands. It'll bring it up. I copy this, go over to, let me refresh this so you can see what it looks like initially. It's coming. Let me pause this and see if this works a little later. If not, I'll pick up here tomorrow. Looks like AdWords is down, so but I think we've got a good start, and I'll see you soon, right after they come back. All right, everyone, I am back. For some reason that was down, so here we are in AdWords, and what we want to do is pull this URL up here, just copy it. See, we just copy the URL up here, head over to AdWords. Instead of putting any keywords in, we're going to have AdWords determine what keywords the site's going for. So just put it in your landing page. So you're just pretty much telling them this is your landing page, and that's going to pull back some relative keywords so you can get a decent idea of what the search volume is. They changed this a little, huh? Let's see. Keyword ideas. I'm going to go ahead and rank this because we're going to probably, with paintballs, we're going to, you got paintball guns, 90,000 searches. You don't want to do that. You want to go for a little bit longer tail. Let us see. Spider paintball pistol. That might be a decent one. Only 44 cents a click too. So if there's a decent margin on there, you might even pick up some AdWords too. Some cost per click. Let me go ahead over to Google. Let's see. See if Amazon's on here. I see. That's that same site. So they are got pretty good rankings. Hide. In case I've been here before, which I'm sure I have. Do a lot of research. Got Walmart first. Of course, the domain authority 92, 44 with 30 something links, but you could probably get. Yeah, see, there's Amazon right there. See if this is an individual listing. Yep. So we got pretty easily. Yeah, that I mean that's cake for someone like Jimmy Kelly or Greg. Let's go back here, see what their DA or their PA was. Yeah, PA's 0 links in open site. So I mean that would be you just blast. You list your paintball pistol, and you have a real long tail keyword in there, a real long tail Greg Morrison type title in here. Paintball on. Shoot. See. Yeah, you want to be as specific as possible. 68 caliber paintball pistol. So you could probably rank. I bet they're ranked for 68 caliber. Let's see. And again, I know nothing about paintball pistols, but you could sell them. Yeah, first for 68 caliber paintball pistol, and people looking for a 68 caliber are looking for that. So whatever type of pistol that they carry, and it looked like they had quite a selection. Let's get back to their site. Yeah, they have a bunch of stuff. So you've got paintball masks. You hook up that has decent margins, and you can just focus on selling their sites. You find one good vendor or supplier like this, you're the vendor. One good supplier like this, sell paintball accessories. Probably back to our discussion on the Webby. You could probably put out a paintball, ebook, and then send them to your Amazon listings or send them to your, e-commerce site that you could set up. You could just dig into this niche and go from there. Let's see what kind of masks. 134. If you make 30-40% on that all day. So that is how I look at that, and that's a good, quick, and dirty way to kind of get some keyword ideas, especially for someone like me that doesn't know anything about paintball. That's about all I would do. Just go through your Worldwide Brands account. I'm sure these guys are on. Yeah, they're on here somewhere, probably, because that's how I found them. But go through your Worldwide Brand account. Find a supplier you like. I mean, if you want it to be related to what you're interested in, then go for that. If not, then you can find something that you just think you can make money on. So that is the Worldwide Brands method that I use. Again, it does cost $300 upfront one time, but after that you don't pay anything. There are a lot of services out there that I haven't really tried just because you have to pay a monthly fee, and if you don't use it for a month, I don't like to feel like I wasted money. So next I'm going to show you a few methods that you can do for absolutely free, which is kind of a rebranding method and stuff like that. So I will catch you on the next video, and see you soon. What is up, Project X? Brad here, and in this video we're going to actually cover how to list an item on Amazon. And for an example, I'm going to use that crappy eBay listing. So if you're using the eBay free method that we discussed, I'm going to use that one that we saw in a previous video, take it, kind of rebrand it, make it a lot better, and then make money selling it on Amazon. So I'm not going to actually hit go and list it on Amazon just because I don't have them set up as a vendor or anything. But I'm going to show you what you can do, and wash, rinse, and repeat. So before I actually list an item on Amazon, every time I want to set up kind of a document like this with the title, I've got the UPC code available. I just pulled one of these that I got from Speedy Barcodes. I sit down and write out a good description, or you can get it from, you find someone that sells the same product. Of course, you don't want to use branded or, trademark stuff in there, but you can put one together. This probably took me maybe 15-20 minutes to put together. I'm going to show you how to put it in HTML, which is important. That's going to make your Amazon listing look quite a bit better and really optimize it for Google as well. So let's dive right into it. Here's the original one. Remember that they had 350Z cold air intake, which is not an OMG Project X style title. So I went out and I used the keyword tool or the keyword planner to sit down and really put together a good title. So I've turned this and made it into Nissan 350Z 3.5 liter V6, which is a 6-cylinder engine, cold air intake system, and then it'll fit the 2-door coupe and convertible. So I put dash 2-door coupe / convertible. And that really, you're going to be able to hit Nissan 350Z cold air intake, 350Z V6 cold air intake, 350Z intake, 350Z coupe intake system. All those you're going to be able to hit with this title. So that's one of the most important parts. Then in the description, what I do is I put it in Word before I copy it into Dreamweaver, or you can do the same thing in just a basic text document, because you want to put some HTML tags in here, and I'll show you why when we get into it. But you've got all of this, this description. This gives you a general, what are the general benefits. I'm going to turn the specs into a list, and then I'm going to list all the applications. This will be able to allow you to hit 2003 350Z cold air intake, convertible intake, all the different years. It's going to really expand what you can target when you're beefing up your listing with backlinks. So let us prepare this, because I wanted to show you this in detail on how to really get it ready for Amazon. Because if you don't put the HTML tags in it, this is just going to be one huge paragraph. So I'm going to copy all that, take it over to Dreamweaver. Of course, like I said, you can just put it in a text document. It's just easier to see in Dreamweaver. Right here, I'm going to separate out all these. I'm going to use these as kind of a heading. Now, for some reason, when I tried it, it wouldn't let me put an actual H tag, a heading tag in there, but I just bold them and separate them from everything else, so that works just as well. Now I'm going to put some lists in here too. Alright, now that we've got all that separated, we're going to put paragraph tags around all of these. And it's just, you've got your bracket, P, and then you close your bracket. Copy that, take it down to the beginning of each paragraph. See, this one we don't want a paragraph because we're going to make that into a list. And we're going to delete these spaces. Let's see, we need that for here. And can't decide if I want to make that a list or not. We'll go ahead and make that a list as well. So you just want to go back through now and put the closing paragraph tags on there. And it's the same thing except with a slash in front of the P. So we can go through and copy all these. And anywhere you put an opening paragraph, you want to put a closing paragraph tag. Okay, now we're going to do our lists. And basically around the entire list, you want to put a opening UL. It's uniform list. You want to put a closing UL /UL. And then for each bullet point, that's what that's going to do, is put bullet points in here. You want to put an opening LI, that's a list. And a closing LI. It's just going to make it look a lot more professional. And you're adding a lot more content to the page, which is going to help you rank too. So we're going to do the same thing here. Opening UL. And a closing UL. And then we're going to put our LI tags in as well. And this is the same process whether you have it in, well, you could do it differently in Dreamweaver, but this same process as a regular text document. And if you miss one, you'll be able to tell when you list it. You can just go back in and fix it in your Amazon listing. So the last thing I want to do is I want to make this look better by bolding these headings. Like I said, the H1 and H2 tags for some reason didn't work when I tried it. You could try it. If it works for you, great. But I just bold them. It looks decent. And what you're supposed to use is a strong tag for bold, but for some reason that didn't work either. So you just do your brackets and have B, and then you close it with the same thing, /B. So we want to do that for all of our heading type paragraphs. Yeah, I guess that's it. Benefits. And you want to throw in keywords in here too of our 350Z cold air intake system. Our cold air intake system relocates the filter outside the engine compartment. Blah, blah, blah. You know, just put together a professional looking one. Explain the benefits, the specs. Anything with automotive, you need to put the specs in there. What kind of horsepower, torque gain you're going to get. And then the applications, and you're going to do this just so you can hit all these 2006, 2005, 2004 keyword type deals. So I think that is it for that, and I don't think we have anything else to prepare. So we're going to go over to Amazon, and you want to go, if you already have a UPC or EAN, which is the European version of the UPC, you can go ahead and put that in here, click search, see if it comes up. If not, you just want to create a new product. And we're going to try and find a category, so since we're doing a let's see what kind of categories they offer. Got automotive cold air intake. You just want to check out the breadcrumbs, see if that's where you want to put it. Automotive parts, automotive emission control equipment, engine products. All of these would probably be pretty good. We're going to go with automotive engine products. Now here is where you just plug and chug from what we have before. So you're going to go to product name. You want to go back to the Word document. That's why I like to do all this ahead of time. package quantity, you don't have to put that. Brand name, if ignore that. If you don't already have a known brand that you're promoting, like if you do the eBay method and you want to try and rebrand it, just make up kind of a brand, make up your own brand. Uh, Superior Automotive Products or something like that. That's what we use. And manufacturer part number. Usually I do have a manufacturer part number, but if you don't, just come up with a kind of a system, like start in the thousands, 1001, or do, since this is a cold air intake, we'll do CAI-1001. And that'll just, all this does is attach it to your product, and it's not a huge deal. See, manufacturer is not required, model number, color map, color, exterior finish. If it's polished, you can put this in here, but it's not really required. And then we get down to the UPC or EAN, and that's the big discussion we had in the last video. I've already got this that I had ordered from the Speedy Barcode, so I'm going to copy it in here. And when you create the listing, it automatically attaches this number to your product listing. So without this, you cannot go any further, I can assure you, though. So you want to make sure to take care of that. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here, so you guys can see this. So we've got our title, our brand name, our part number, and then our UPC/EAN. Now next we're going to skip that. I don't know what they're asking me. So the SKU is essentially the same thing as that's just an SKU number. The same thing as the part number. So I think we used CAI-1001. Condition, it's going to be new. Condition note, you don't need that. The price, whatever you think, ask for the most that you think you can sell it for. If you can sell this $50 product that you bought for, or sell this product that you bought for 50 bucks, if you could sell it for 149, go for that. If you think you can sell it for 199, go for that. You want to make as much money on each transaction as you can. So in this one, I guess I saw the other listings on there were 200, 300, so I'm going to go 199 because I like my products to end in 9. They seem to sell better that way. If you want to run a sale, you can. Or if you want to make it look like you're running a sale, maybe put 249 here and then 199 here, and you get that Amazon thing. You're saving $50 when you purchase this, and you can set the date. Set it out as far as you want. You can always go back. And the quantity, that's how many you have in stock, and Amazon's going to keep track of that stock. So if you run out, they're going to unlist it, but you can always go back in there and put it on there. So we'll just say we have 10 because the manufacturer probably has more than 10. Tax code, we don't need that. This one is, I typically select this option. Now if you want to buy in bulk and ship it to Amazon and have them ship it directly out, I haven't dealt with that much, but I plan on getting into it in the future. I want Amazon to ship it, provide customer service for my items they sell. That's pretty much the fulfilled by Amazon. So I want to ship it myself, or have my supplier ship it. So we're going to do that. Click next. Add images, and you basically, I've got this image this crappy image I just pulled from eBay, just as an example. This one, you don't want to use something that looks like this. So what I would suggest, if the supplier does not provide anything decent for you to have, just go over to Fiverr. I've got that pulled up. This gig, it'll take 17 days, which is a little longer than I like to wait for a Fiverr gig to be done. But he's going to go in here and he's going to create a rendered version of your product. So it's going to look like this. It's going to look better than the original image or what you could get by taking a picture. And it's going to have the white background, fit all the specifications. Now, it's a little deceiving because I ordered the first time, ordered it for $5. Just send him a message because he's going to message you if you just order this for $5, even though the title says he'll do it for $5. It's probably going to cost you about 15, but just message him before, say, hey, this is what I want done, this product. Send him a link to it or attach the image. And last time I did it was 15 bucks for a bottle. So he does a bunch of product renderings, as you can see. He's got chairs, bunch of bottles, but yeah, it'll probably be 15 bucks, and you're going to get about the highest quality you can get. So one glitch I've seen in listing it like this is you add the image, you'll go up here, add the image, upload images, and then they won't be on the actual listing, and I have to go back in and add them again. I don't know why Amazon does that, but don't get confused when it does that. Just go back, add it, and when you add it the second time, it'll take care of itself. Let's see, description. This is what we did in our notepad. So you just want to copy from the first paragraph tag to the last. Copy all that. Paste it. Yep. And you can make it too long for Amazon, and they'll let you know. You just cut out some stuff if you do. Key product features. We didn't put that together. We'll do this on the fly. You can use your... Yeah, let's do this. Fits 2003 to... What are your ranges? Oh, we have one. 2006. You want to put your keywords in here. 350Z. What was that? 5.4 liter. Yeah, 3.5 liter. Sorry, 3.5 liter V6. 6 coupe slash convertible. What else do we have in here? Benefits. We probably want to go to these. Average 5 to 10 horsepower gain. This is basically all people read when they look at Amazon. The description up here is mainly for the search engines. 6 to 8% torque gain. Improved gas mileage. And let's see if we can find one more. Yeah, up to 95% filtration efficiency, whatever that means. Let's see. Then we'll go to next. And you have to qualify for these platinum keywords over time, but you want to look at this search term right here. So we want to do stuff like 350Z intake. And I wouldn't worry about making like an OMG style title here because you can do more than one. So I'll do one more. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, and I would come up with 2 more if I were really listing this, but you get the idea. Just do the keywords you want to target, use Keyword Planner to find those, and just copy them straight into there. Let's see, is this the last page? Nope. More details. Shipping weight, you want to, your manufacturer should be able to tell you that, but we'll just say it's 6 pounds. That's how they're going to calculate the shipping on there. Yeah, number of grooves, all this stuff doesn't apply to us. Volume. Yep, I think that is all the tabs. Like I said, the most important thing is your title, your description up here, the key product features. That's where you really want to sell. You want to put key features that people are it's gonna make people want to buy it. So if you're buying a cold air intake, you're looking for a horsepower gain or a torque gain, so you want to have that up there. And of course, the improved gas mileage never hurts. It's like that with any cold air intake, but you want to accentuate the key features, and then of course your UPC code is going to really hold you up if you don't have that. So after you get everything filled in, click Save and Finish, go and view your product, see if you need to make any changes, and after that, then you're ready to sell. So I think in the next video we're going to cover some ranking tactics, and we're going to do fiber gigs, GSA, and if you need to, PBN links. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next. What's up, OMG? Brad here. And before we dive into actually listing an Amazon product, I wanted to go over something pretty important because it hung me up for about a month or so trying to figure out how to go about doing this, and it's a UPC code. Now, UPC code, the official definition is the Universal Product Code, is a barcode symbology that is widely used in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and in other countries for tracking trade items in stores. Now, the layman's definition is it is this bar number. It is this number at the bottom of a barcode that you see down here in grocery stores, everything. This is the UPC code down here. Now, why is that important? Because Amazon requires you have a UPC code before they will let you actually sell on Amazon. So you have to have one with every item, unless you want to go through this big process where they approve your brand and approve all this, and it takes a long time. I tried to do it and gave up and started researching how to get my own UPC code. Now, a cool thing is you can go over to this speedybarcodes.com and you can buy expired UPC codes that you can just plug into Amazon when you're setting up the listing. And you can see their prices down here. If you just want to buy one, you can get it for $5. Typically, I buy about 10 or 25 at a time, and you can get them for 15, 25 bucks. So it's $1.50 or $1 each, which is minimal. So that'll really speed up the process of signing up. A lot of vendors or a lot of suppliers would have them, but some of them don't. And in that case, you're going to need one. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell, and I'll see you in the next video. What is up, Project X? Brad here again, and in this video we're going to make the rubber really meet the road, and we're going to help Amazon to meet the real Google search engine, as Mike would say, and we're going to rank or show you some techniques to rank your newly created listing in Amazon. We're going to rank it in Google. Now, the first method you could use is just simple fiber gigs. Now, it typically takes me about 1 to 4 fiber gigs to rank a site, and that's typically less than 4, but maybe 1 or 2. And I'll show you what technique I've used in the past here in a second. And the second method is GSA, Magic Submitter, SE Nuke, whatever you want to use. Just do it Project X style. You know how you're trained by either Jimmy or Greg, and shoot it to the top that way. Now, typically, I don't use PBN links unless I've got a real stubborn listing that I need to get ranked, and typically it's about get stuck about mid-page on page one, maybe at the bottom, and I shoot a PBN link or two to it, and it'll shoot straight up to the top. So that's a good booster once you have some links going to it. I usually use either FiberGigs or GSA first, though. I typically don't go straight to PBNs unless I really think I'm going to need to, which is rare. So let's jump over to Fiverr, and this is the gig that Jimmy recommended to me, and basically 25 PR9 backlinks. It's probably going to be mainly, profile backlinks from sites like Apple.com, WordPress.com, but you can get some contextual links in there too, because you've got a description you can put anchor text in. So looking through this, you get some PR3 edu links, which is always good. Let's see. Yeah, Web 2.0 edu. Yeah, this looks like a really good gig. You can get a few extras, but if Jimmy recommends it, I'd go with it. So I'll probably put this in my arsenal from here on out. Guy's got 100% rating, 184, buys. So that's not bad. And plus, you get it pretty quick, 4 days. So I would put this in my bookmark pile and call that good. Now let me show you some that I've used in the past. Now, this one right here, the one that comes up first after you click high rating, I can really vouch for this guy. I've used them a few times in the past. You get 800 social bookmarks, and they're not the highest quality social bookmarks, so you're not typically getting like a Twitter or something like that. But you are getting a bunch of bookmarks, which is alright. Volume is alright with Amazon. He does ping them for the price that's included in the original $5, and he does have these extras. Let me zoom in here so you can see that. Some extras. You don't want to spread it over 10 URLs. You just want to send it all to the same listing. 15 manual backlinks from PR9 sites. That's a lot like the one Jimmy recommended. I've done that before, and it's pretty good. You get, like I said, Apple and WordPress.com backlinks. Moz, you get a backlink from them. And then he's got this 50 blog post on a private blog network. Now, his definition of a private blog network is probably going to be a Web 2.0 blog network. It's not going to be his actual, high PR sites. So you are going to get some 50, Web 2.0 type backlinks, though, and that's going to be good. You can even juice those up with GSA if you want. So all these are good. I've ordered this extra before and this extra, but I've never ordered the spread it over 10 because it really doesn't make sense if you're ranking an Amazon product. So that is that, and I've used this, and I've gotten it to bounce around the, top of the second page, bottom of the first, and I'll show you the one that I've ordered before to really send it over the edge. There it is. Yep, this manual blog comment right here. So you get 5 PR6s, 12 PR5s, 17 PR4s. They're all do follow, and she actually gives you more than what she says she's going to typically. So, and this is the PR of the actual page. Of course, it's a blog comment. It's about the only reason I would use a blog comment. It's if the PR is that high on a page. But like I said, I had one bouncing around quite a bit. Bottom of the first page, top of the second. I ordered this and I had a number of keywords shoot straight up to number 1 or 2. So that is worth it after you do. I would do the bookmarks first, get some quantity, and then order these, get some high PR type stuff going to the listing, and you shouldn't have any trouble. Now, if you want to research on your own, just look through there. High PR, the one that Greg suggested in the YouTube video, that's probably great for this as well. Anything you would use YouTube-wise is great. Excuse me. Just search for, social bookmarks, high PR, do follow stuff, and you'll be more than okay. All you need to really do is beef up that page authority, which you can do with do follow and don't follow. So that's pretty much it for Fiverr. Order one, see what it does after a couple weeks. Order another, then space it out, but you shouldn't need too many. Like I said, 1 to 4 typically does it. So after that, you can do GSA instead. I typically don't do both unless you just want to go crazy on it. But show you how I set up the GSA, and to do that, I'm going to need this link from Amazon. So I brought up to keep running with our example that we used in one of the previous videos, setting up the actual listing. We'll go with this cold air intake for the 350Z right here. If you don't know what a cold air intake, it doesn't really matter. What it is, it doesn't really matter. So let's go up, and this link up here, we're going to trim that down quite a bit. You want to pretty it up a bit. So what you want to do is be left with this link up here, and I'll copy this. But basically, it is the Amazon.com/product name /DP/ it's the product number. So I'll copy this so you can see a pretty good example of it. Yep, this link right here. So just trim off the rest. You don't need it. This is what you're going to plug into Fiverr or GSA or Magic or whatever you're using. So we'll bring this over to Magic, add it up here. And I already set up all this. The keywords, I just did a bunch of car-related keywords. In case you want to use GSA for scraping. If you use Jimmy's technique and use G-Scraper, then you won't really need that too much. Anchor text, I've got 350Z intake, 350Z cold air intake, and 350Z cold air intake system. That's pretty good. You don't need too many of those. And then for these general, just set up the percentages like you want. Remember, you can be a little more aggressive with a YouTube video or Amazon. So whatever is left after this is going to be what your anchor text percentage is, give or take. So yeah, just play around with that. And I wouldn't do any less than 10%, but you can go a lot higher than that if you want, to be honest. So for these, I set up. I did. All I do is go to. I go to the keyword planner, and then I download it and copy it into getspintax.com. I can take, all 800 keywords, plug them in here. Let's see. And you'll have a big list of them. Hit spin, and this is what I just copy and paste into GSA. So just set up those, keywords based around your product. If it's candles, you can do home improvement or smell good stuff, whatever you want to do. Here I did a cold air intake block, aftermarket automotive block. Down here I did like cars, car clubs, stuff like that. And for the branded, I like to do my keyword variations plus have Amazon in there too, like 350Z intake Amazon, Amazon 350Z intake, 350Z intake Amazon.com, all that kind of stuff. You could just plug that into the Spintax as well and go to town. Everything else is essentially set up like Jimmy showed us. Over here for the properties, I just go wide open. I don't put any restrictions on how many um, submissions I'm going to make a day, anything like that. So, the options are all the same. Just go revisit that GSA video, and you should be good to go. More than enough to get Amazon site ranked. Just remember to, you know, you can keep this anchor text pretty high. 10's probably even being cautious. So that's what I would do there. And then, like I said, use a PBN link if you think you need it. If you just want to try it with straight PBN links, it's going to be more expensive, but I mean, heck, it's going to get ranked. So I typically use it if I get stuck somewhere, then I'll just hit it a few times. If it's stuck on the midway down the first page and I really want it to get ranked fast, that's what I do. So that's it for ranking it. I know it seems simple, but it is. So make Amazon, introduce them to Google, and that equals money getting. So I'll see you in the next video, and talk to you soon. What is up, Project Xers? Brad here again. And now that we've shown you how to find a product, list it on Amazon, and finally rank it in the Google search engines, now it's time to really scale everything up once you have your initial success. And I call the first couple products you list when you're really getting your feet wet, I call that the achieve phase. And then after that, when you're scaling up, it's achieve. So you go achieve, then achieve. Hence the guy sneezing down here. Really just kind of ease your way into it if you want. List a few products. Then after that, once you have some initial success, some money in your pocket, then I would really, go to town on it. You'll know the market a little bit better by then. And if you've got a vendor or if you've got a supplier that has a huge product line and you're only selling a few of their items, scale up, sell all of their items. You had success with one, you don't see any reason why you shouldn't have success with all. So I really think this module is going to really help a lot of OMGers start making money, and they can make a lot of money, especially the ones that have been around, and even the ones that are brand new. I mean, you can rank it with a Fiverr gig. Anyone could do that. I think I'm really hoping that people are going to feel like this could be worth the price of the entire OMG Project X course. That's what my hope is. So I'm going to be around if you need anything, if you have any questions, run into any roadblocks. I've tried to cover the ones that I ran into, but I'm sure there are more. I'll shoot more videos if I have to. I'll answer questions. I'm on Facebook. I know Mike's going to create that Facebook page specifically for the Amazon money getting, Google plus Amazon. So I really look forward to seeing everyone there, and talk to you soon, and here's to your success. What is up, Project Xers? After I finished wrapping up the videos for the Amazon domination videos, listing all those products, ranking in Google, Mike and I started talking, and we wondered why you couldn't actually do this with eBay as well. And I think this is really going to help set OMGX apart from all those other Amazon products out there right now that are charging crazy money for. Because you're going to enlist the power of eBay as well. Why not have an Amazon listing plus an eBay listing plus maybe YouTube, Weebly, whatever. I mean, you can really dominate the first page with your product and really not give Google searchers a choice as far as what they're going to buy. So with that being said, I wanted to in this video show you how I actually set up my eBay listings, and a trick I learned that increases conversions by probably about 400%, 1-to-4 ratio. So let's jump right into it and head over to eBay. Now what I've got here is basically when you sign up for a seller account. Here, let's go over that first. You can sign up for a seller account, set up an account. Just set up an eBay account, go to ebay.com, set up an account, confirm that your name and address you have on file is correct, confirm your phone number, set up an automatic payment method, which I suggest PayPal. I don't see why you wouldn't. You could use a credit card too through eBay, but I just set mine up with PayPal because it's best to have a PayPal to get paid anyway. I'm sure most of you already have one. So that link is up here. It is pages, ebay.com/help/sell-getstarted.html, and then you can just click here to set up a seller account. So that's it as far as actually getting your account. You know, you can get up and running probably in a day or less, which is a little quicker than Amazon, which is why I actually started with eBay, because the barrier to entry is a little lower. So once you get set up in eBay, you just you log into your account, you click, it'll be up here at the top, you click sell, go to a listing, and we're going to continue with the same one as the Amazon example we used, which is the 350Z cold air intake. So we'll just we'll just type that in. Get started. Yeah, and they're pretty good about determining what category it needs to go in. So click that. Go down here, click continue. Compatible parts, we don't need that. Alright, and then title and everything, we're just going to have the exact same thing as last time. So we're going to go to this one that we copied and pasted from Amazon. And they've got a bunch of extras. I typically don't do this. Maybe if I have a website, I'll say go here for a new, or for the latest, you know, coupon codes and stuff like that. But you could do that if you want to pay 50 cents extra. Condition is new. We don't have a manufacturer part number, so I'll just use the same one as last time. CAI-1001. You don't really need to fill this out. Warranty, if you have one. Surface finish, you'd say painted, polished, whatever it is. Click that. I'll go to add photo. See if I can drag this in, I'm not sure. Let me pause this for a second and go grab this photo. Alright, I'm back. I just uploaded that, and we've got this crappy picture. Of course, like I suggested before, just go over to Fiverr and get one made up that looks pretty good, or if your supplier has one, use theirs. That's about it for that. Upload. They don't have the restrictions like Amazon does. Now, where do we go? In here, I'm going to paste what we had before, except with eBay, if you paste it with the standard on, you can always go through and alter it with the HTML, but typically it'll take over the styling itself, so you can go ahead and style it in Word and just copy and paste it over. Let me make that. And we won't worry about putting the applications on here right now. So, got that. We're going to copy it. Paste it in. Might make that text a little bigger. Hang on a second. Delete this. We're going to go in here and make this text a little bigger. That way it'll look better in the listing. Maybe 18, 16 will do. Copy it back in. looks like it didn't copy this up. Well, it may have. We'll hit that on the preview and make sure that that copied it over. But let me show you a little trick on how I was able to increase. I did some split testing not too long ago with a product I was already selling. I had a listing on here. It was doing okay, but I wanted it to be better. So I thought to myself, I wanted to do some split testing. So I listed a separate one. Of course, I had to come up with a different description, different picture, everything like that. But I added a YouTube video in here. I'll show you how I did that. And I was selling the new listing 4-to-1 over the old listing. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. You want to go to YouTube. I picked out just a general, video since this is an example. Embed. You want to go down here, and you can't use the iframe. eBay won't let you use any kind of a JavaScript or iframe or anything like that. So you go down here, use old embed code, and it takes it to object and whatever, all this code. So you want to take this down to whatever size you want it, copy it, go back over to eBay, click up here to this tab. See if I can zoom in for you. Yeah. This tab that says HTML, we're going to put it above everything. So I'm going to center it with this old code, because you see over here they use all kinds of old code on here. So all the HTML buffs, please don't hate on me at all. It's how I have to do it. Copy your code in there, and that should be in there. Yep. So you can add a promotional video right into eBay, and like I said, 4-to-1 over the original listing that I split tested with. It really helped. Like if you have an installation video, you can list something and just stack authority on top of each other, and make a video that you're going to rank, you're going to shoot links to, and link it back to your Amazon and your eBay listing and whatever other web property you want to rank for. So you could easily do that. Your authority stacking, your trust building, you're doing everything that you need to that we cover in Project X. And really, that'll help you dominate the first page. So here, I like to bump up the quantity to at least 10 or more, especially if you need it in stock. You don't want to sell it without having it, but as long as your supplier has a bunch of stock, then I would just bump that up to 10 or more. You can always go back in and adjust it. The buy it now price, we'll list it at the same thing we did before, $1.99. Let's see. And here's another important part. Since you're ranking it, you want to go to good till canceled. That way you're going to keep the same link until you cancel it or you sell out. So just make sure if your quantity's getting low, you can just log back in and click on it, and then change the quantity. So good till canceled. It's very important that you do that, or else you're going to get one to the top. The URL is going to change once it runs out of time. You're going to have to just do everything over again. So this will save you a lot of time. Let's see. I've got my PayPal in here. Let me go ahead and pause this again. Alright, I just scrolled past it. Don't want to throw out my personal email to everyone, no offense. But as far as shipping, you can do calculated, cost varies by location, or you can just do, if you want to do free shipping, if your margins look good enough, that really entices people to buy. So that's what I'm going to do here. As long as you're still making money on it, I say go for it. For some reason people expect free shipping nowadays, and everyone else is doing it, so if you don't offer it, it kind of hurts you. So that's what I'm going to do there. We don't need this. We shouldn't need this. We're going to go ahead and enter in some data just so even though we're providing free shipping on this, just so it doesn't hold us up. Return policy, sure. And we're going to continue. Oh, we missed something. Let me pause this again because I'm going to have to scroll back past that. Back, I just had to choose how it was going to ship, which I just picked UPS. That's typically how most of my items ship. So here you can see what your item's going to look like in the listing when you search for, say, on eBay, 350Z, cold air intake, all that good stuff. Let's see if we have a preview button down here. See what the listing is going to look like. So you just got the typical eBay listing. You've got your YouTube video in here. All this stuff, specs. Yep, and our bullet points carried over. You could probably make that look a little better if you wanted to work at it a little more. Of course, you could just put this as a list too. And another cool thing, if you're decent in HTML, is you can put image tags in here, so you don't have to pay eBay extra to list extra images. You could just put them down here. Wrap your text around it, all that good stuff. And you can probably put that in WordPress and just copy it over. I haven't tried that though, so I usually just do it in Dreamweaver. So that's our listing. And then only other thing we would need is to actually get our link. So let me pause this, jump over and find a good product, and I'll show you how to get that link just like we did in Amazon. Alright, we're back, and I just pulled up the 350Z intake page. I'm going to just click this first one here. You've got ebay.com / the item name / number. What we're going to do is cut off after this number, delete everything, hit enter, and I'll copy that so you can see it better. So as you can see, we've just got ebay.com item, item name, item number, and this item number is why you want to list it as good till canceled, because if you list another item, it's going to have a different item number, and so therefore it's going to have a different URL. But just take this link right here, plug it into GSA or use it with your Fiverr gigs that we showed you earlier, and that's it. You can have your eBay listing and your Amazon listing on the first page and really start to dominate. I mean, add a YouTube video, the sky's the limit. So that's it for this video, and I'll talk to you soon.